What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Terra Randoma. We covered this a long time ago when it first came out in early access, and the game has a 1.0 coming up. I've put a number of hours into the title last night in preparation for this video so that I could collect my thoughts. Some of them are good or some of them are bad, but this is a small open-world RPG that's made by a husband and wife team where you are trying to unite the land, as per usual, against some great cataclysm that's looming on the horizon. If after watching this game you wanted to get it for yourself, it's $15 on Steam right now. I've got a link for you down below in the description. On top of that, you can also take a look down there if you wanted to check out my Discord and my Twitch stream on any given day of the week. But let's go ahead and plow on into this one because we've got work to do. So at the beginning of the game, you're going to have to pick a character class. There's anything and everything here with different stat spreads. There's only male characters for right now. I don't know if they ever plan on putting in female characters. It had something to do with the modeling and there's not a lot of animation, but it has something to do with the modeling, I guess, makes it very, very difficult with how they designed it. But at the beginning of the game, you get to pick between your character classes. There's everything from gladiators to wizards, to hybrid mage blades, to you name it. Whatever your particular poison is that you like to drink when you play an RPG like this, you can down it all in one big draft. For the purposes of this run, I will probably go with the Exiled Prince. Is kind of interesting. He starts out with some extra stuff, but frankly, the Gladiator's a really good starting point in my opinion, because he starts out with Stunning Strike, which I've tried about 4 or 5 different classes now while prepping for the video, and I found that Stunning Strike is the one that is just great as an ability by comparison to everything else. That's not to say everyone else's abilities are bad, it's just that everyone else's abilities, they require you to kind of like plan around them, and they're situationally useful, that kind of stuff, and the Stunning Strike is useful like 100% of the time, so we're just going to go with that. We also get to pick a star sign a la something like Morrowind that will allow you to boost up your stats and give you some starting items. There's no downsides to any of these as far as I know. I'll probably go with the Queen, which raises up my luck. I don't know what the luck stat does, but that sounds like fun, and then we'll name this guy Battle Stab Cuddy Bash. Sounds good, and off into the great blue yonder we go. There's different modes you can play the game on. Originally, this was a Berlin-style roguelike, where it's turn-based, it's grid-based. When you die, the game is over, you lose all your stuff. However, they've leaned back on that now, and the default gameplay mode is just a softcore RPG where you reload your last save. You can also play on medium core, which makes you lose some of your stuff when you die, but your world continues and you get to keep playing. You've also got Iron Man mode. We'll put it on Iron Man mode just to make things interesting and paranoid. And then we'll go with a standardized map type, and let's kick on into the game. So as mentioned, in Terra Randoma, you are a foreigner in foreign lands, and you have arrived in order to stop a cataclysm that's going to be wiping everything out due to a cult causing problems. There are going to be 5 different cities. You've got to convince the 5 different nobles in the 5 different cities to tell you where 5 different tombs are so that you can collect pieces of a stone that will stop Cthulhu from being summoned. And that's pretty much the gist of it. There's other sub-objectives and things you can play around with, but we've been ambushed on the road by wood golems. I was going to try and escape, but it didn't go very well for me. When you go into combat with enemies, the game has very, very provincial graphics. It's not a game... Oh, I'm stunned. Right after I stunned him, too. And we got a really long proc on that stun. By clicking on enemies, you're going to deal damage to them. That golem is leaving and trying to regenerate. Oh, he actually fled the battlefield. All right, I can live with that. What did this guy have? He had a golem heart, which is used for alchemy. He's got a jar of blue butterfly, which is used for alchemy. We'll probably just sell him, and then the battle map is going to be full of things that you can loot. However, be forewarned, sometimes when you loot these little spots, a bad guy is going to spawn instead of you getting your loot. However, in the early game, we need just about everything if we want to make it out the back end of this thing. So I'm going to try to loot everybody. We got a book right there, so that's pretty cool. A book about cats, even, which should be very popular on the internet. But as I was saying before we were so brutally and relentlessly attacked on the road, this is a game that does not have good graphics. The graphics are quite fugly in my opinion. However, from there, the game does have a lot of mechanics and things to chow down on that if you don't care about the graphics and you're used to playing like ASCII games, should keep you covered. Things we need to be aware of. HP, when that goes down to 0, you die. Stamina, everything you do reduces your stamina. When your stamina is reduced, your hunger goes down faster. You do have to feed yourself while cruising throughout the lands of men and attempting to do quests. And speaking of quests, we are now in the town of Coldbeck, where we will pick up our first one. So what job do you have? He is a collector of ancient artifacts, and he says that there are interesting silver scissors at the bottom of the maze of the Fifth Storm. All right. Can you give me more money? He will give me more money. Then I will take your quest, good sir. Inside the tavern, you can have a meal. You can rest to fill up your meters if you want to. I'll probably just have... There's no health regeneration, by the way, in this game. You've got to heal by alternate means. So I'll probably just heal by going to the tavern and then eat a meal real fast. We don't have a lot of money, but I would like to go to the food vendor and see if they've got anything in here. They do have a redfish, which I'll buy, and they have a lemon, which I'll buy. That's because there's a cooking system in this game. There's crafting and there's alchemy that you can play around with. I'm going to cook up 3 fishes right there. That way I end up with a couple of meals for the road. I don't think we're going to be able to do a dungeon quest right now. We're just not strong enough. So I'm going to like rotate around to other towns and attempt to get different quests. This guy has had a porcelain compass stolen by Dusker the Bandit. Yeah, I can do that. And he'll pay me $700 to do it. All right, so where's this guy at? Dusker is actually right over there. He's not that far. We can also camp wherever... Oh, we've been attacked by bees on the road. Can I avoid it? Good. Let's avoid the combat for right now because I'm just trying to get this quest done. But over here to the left, we should be able to knock out some bandits and in so doing, secure ourselves our first paycheck. More wood golems, eh? Well, I failed to evade. So let's just go ahead and battle it out with these guys. Controls are really simple in this game. It's all mouse-based. Click wherever you want to go. And then you've got hotkeys down here that will allow you to, for example, stun this guy and then miss 6 times in a row. Oh, miss like 10 times. Oh, I've got a 50% hit chance. That should make this whole thing very, very interesting. We've got a repair kit, and we've got another butterfly wing right there that we can play around with. We've also got a bitter leaf. I think you use that for making stamina potions from what I recall. Sometimes there's little fishing spots and stuff too here on the map that you can interact with. We've got some mandrake. Not really going to be that helpful. Let's cruise on over and see what the dead bodies got on them, because in the early game, we really just want to establish financial security, make them big stacks of cash so that we can ball out in town with gold chains and whatnot. But let's camp for a second, and I'm going to rest for 8 hours. There we go. When you camp, you can actually forage the area. You can look for fishing spots depending on what biome you're in. You can look for mining spots, or you can look for hunting spots. Here's the bandit lair right here. Let's see if we can get after it. The place seems dangerous. You wonder if you have enough potions to confront the peril that lies ahead. What course of action will you take? We successfully scouted the camp. There's 3 bandits inside of here, or 3 enemies, and one of them is guaranteed to be a bandit. That guy right there we already took out. If you click on somebody that's further away from you than 1 tile, you can actively shoot your bow at them. Every single character has a bow as kind of like a ranged weapon that they carry around. He broke my boots, huh? That's unfortunate. He also broke my face. Let's go ahead and drink a potion real fast. Hey, we crit him for 7 right there, which is good. We'll stun him up, and now my weapon's broken. That's a little unfortunate, but he was a named boss, so hopefully he drops something good for us. Shoot my bow at that guy till he goes down, and it looks like we've got a book, we've got a starstone gem, and we've got a bat's wing. Alright, but there are some treasure chests up here that might be useful. Let's open that up. There's an arctium right there. I think we use that for stamina potions as well. Frog's leg on that side. I don't think we can do anything with the campfire, but I'm hoping these treasure chests have something really good in them, but this one is locked. So we've got to lockpick it. Your lockpicks are listed right here. Your arrows are listed right here. You've got your money and you've got your lore. Lore is kind of like a special currency that's like your way of deducting information from the world that other people don't know. You can spend it on free stat points. You can spend it on treasure maps. You can spend it on dungeon maps. That kind of stuff. Anything good in the chest? We've got some boots right there. We've also got a Aquathrill amulet that gives +6 to health. I'll go ahead and equip that real fast, and if those are better than my current boots, mine are broken anyways. I do need to fix my weapon while I'm over here, so we'll go ahead and do that with the repair kits that we looted off the golems. Good stuff. We'll get the boots fixed as well, and that led us to our first level up. Every time you level up, it's going to bring you on over to your character screen. Your character screen is going to have a number of primary attributes. You get one of them per level up, and then it's got other skills that you get 2 of per level up. I'll probably just go with one-handed weapons and light armor for right now. As you get to certain thresholds, these natively give you bonuses for every point that you put in. However, once you get to certain thresholds, you get bonuses, like you get more armor out of your armor, you get more hit chance or damage out of your weapons. When it comes to crafting, it just flatly unlocks a new suite of things that you can create. Some of the items are very valuable, and some of them have great utilitarian value. I think one of the things this game does exceptionally well is that this game forces you to rely very heavily on consumables, just due to how difficult the game is. Oh, we got a unique short sword out of our first chest with life drain on it. Sweet. Everything in this game is procedural. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes you're like starved for items, and other times you get really rad stuff straight off the tip of the bat. This was the latter in that case. That would be a really good item to sell as well if we wanted to get some cash out of it. Unfortunately, we're sort of cash poor at the moment, and so not a whole lot that we can do there. Oh, those boots are only worth 85 bucks. I kind of wish I hadn't fixed them. All right, well, we'll eat a meal that I carefully cooked up before leading on out of here. And then I think we're done with the quest. But before we leave, Rubble Breeze has a pandemic going on right now. So these little towns are dynamic. They have events. They have a prosperity. They have different levels of success, and based on what you do, that success will go up or down, and that's going to affect the efficacy of their markets, what services are available. You can play this game as a bit of a pseudo-trader. So, for example, this place has a pandemic right now. That means if we bring healing potions, disease potions, things like that that fix problems, you can actually help people get rid of all their weird bumps and knobs and oozing holes in them by bringing that stuff on over here, and they'll pay you like 400% profit on it, which means you can flip items in this game if you're smart about it. Still, I'd like to get paid for my quest, so I'm going to head back. Unfortunately, we were attacked by cultists. I'm going to try to pickpocket him. I succeeded, and I got $102. Oh, these guys want to steal the compass from me. Gotcha. All right, well, we've got like a nautiloid over here. Let's fire some arrows at him, and he's already down. This knife should be really good for us. There we go. Take him out real fast. And yeah, you can really feel the difference in our character's efficacy right now in our attacks just from picking up that new magical weapon. Let's go up here. We'll heal at the fountain. Be careful about healing at the fountain, though. Sometimes it spawns a slime, and this is a mechanic that I really hate about this game. There are certain enemies in this game that destroy your weapons and armor, and there are certain enemies in this game that steal from you. That sucks. When they steal from you, you don't get the items back when you kill them, and when they melt off your armor or your weapon, it can be like a legendary. You still just lose it, and there's no way to re-achieve it. It's one of those mechanics that feels very outdated. I'm not a big fan of it. We're being attacked by hyenas on the road. Luckily, with this new weapon, we should be able to lock them down. We got some cinnamon off the bush right there, which is great because that'll allow me to make health potions. We got some hides, which are pretty good vendors. We've got some arrows over there, which will fill up the arrows that we lost. And then we've got some bait. We've got a fly agaric right there, which is what we need for the health potion as well. So we should be able to get ourselves a healing potion before too long. Let's go to our alchemy, and it looks like with those, yeah, we can actually make 2 healing potions right now, which is a huge come up. That's actually really good. In this game, you live and die by your consumables. There's no other way around it. You're going to want to have like a complete inventory that's just full of health potions and full of stamina potions and full of utility potions. If you don't have that, you're going to have a really... That's a short sword? It looks like a club to me, sir. Huh. Apparently that one's mislabeled right now. But make sure anytime you have extra cash laying around that you're picking up loads and loads of potions. Because that's pretty much the only thing that decides if you're going to live or die. We've got Salon Myth up here. Let's go ahead and turn in the quest real fast. There it is, and so thank you. Here is your reward. We got 295 XP. We got 16 reputation with the town, which affects our ability to talk to the town lord and find out where the tomb is. It also means that people like us better here, so they give us better prices on goods. And then the town's prosperity went up, which affects what things are actually available around here. This guy is selling some items that are 40% cheaper than in shops. I'll take that. Let's buy some arrows real quick. He's also got some lockpicks, but they're kind of pricey. I don't know what he's paying right now for some of these items. Let me see if the prices are different inside the general shop. They don't look that different to me, but we are going to sell off some of the trash loot that we have around that we've been picking up along the way because we need to get a nice financial base. Having money is how you bounce back from disappointment in this game. I'll also put a shield on. It looks like that gave us 5 more defense, so that'll be nice to have. I think we'll probably sell the frog leg. I think the golem heart can go, and a lot of the alchemy reagents can probably go. You do have a weight system to deal with in this game, but I haven't really had that many problems with it. I don't know. I tend to vendor and sell all my stuff anyways, like every time I'm back in town. Now that we are in town, I think it's a really good idea to read these books. So we got 42 lore right there, 33 lore right there, 36 lore right there, and 42 lore right there. So we're sitting on a nice little stack of lore. If we can get 250 together, it looks like we can bang out a treasure island that we can go to in order to get more stuff. A little bit of a Sid Meier's Pirates benefit right there. If you're wondering about the breadth of the gameplay and how many things there are to do, there's quite a few. There's a lot of like side objectives that you can do along the way, like named enemies that are around. There's other relics that you can track down that I've never done. You do get bonuses for the little things you do throughout the game. They increase your fame rating right here, and the more famous you are, it just gives you bonuses. So if we slay champions, we get extra reputation with towns. When we find unique items, the wardens, who are like treasure hunters, like us better. And when we unlock chests, it increases our chances of getting money out of chests. Things of that nature. Everything sort of escalates and snowballs inside of this title as you go along. I don't want to go down into a dungeon for right now. I think we should probably head over to Rubble Breeze. I do have a little bit of cash at the moment that I can play around with, though. So let's go to the potion shop. And if we can get back over there before the pandemic is done. So they've got a cure disease potion right there that I'll buy. I don't want to spend all my money on health potions, but I do think we have like a trade opportunity here if I can run this stuff to the neighboring town and sell it before the pandemic ends. And I need to pick up quests over there anyways, so it should be fine. We're a little bit hungry at the moment. I'll go ahead and eat a fish, and then we'll head west. But we were attacked by hyenas on the plains. We successfully evaded them, though, however, using our survival skill. We have a chance of getting sick when we're in the rain. Hopefully that doesn't happen. You get this thing called the Wanderer's Flu that can be really, really bad. An ancient statue is alongside the road. It looks like it belongs to a forgotten warrior. You feel as though someone is watching you. I investigated, but I failed. Minotaurs are now aware of me, and we must join in perilous battle. I'm going to stun the Minotaur. All right, he's down. Dude, we're draining so much HP off these guys right now. It's beautiful. Stun him up. There we go. Good stuff. 26 coins. We got a ruby over here. 21 more coins. That'll be good. This guy, if we investigate the graving, so this is in memory of the great fighter Winthor the Destroyer. Donate 100 coins and be blessed by Warrior's Might. Yeah, I can do that. Let's take Warrior's Might for 5 days. I'm also going to examine closely because if you look at the engravings, you get lore on these little statues. Is there anything in the bushes I can have? Some mandrake, a mushroom. None of that stuff's useful right now because I don't have high enough alchemy to really capitalize on it. But the cinnamon's good. The cinnamon will be helpful for cooking up another potion if I can find more fly agaric. But remember, we're on a trade mission right now. So I need to get back over here before this pandemic is over and see if I can flip these items. Now, if I can't flip the items, it's still okay. They still have value. They're still nice to have. I failed at escaping from wolves. A little bit of a bummer right there, but big, strong crit on the outset. We're bleeding at the moment. We'll want to watch our HP. Looks like we're all right. I awakened a golem, though, which is unfortunate. Stun him and get rid of him. XP's XP to me, man. what you got? A rare longsword. Good, that'll sell for good money. We've also got a helmet right there and a ruby ring. Some nice little pickups here that we just got from this tile. $8 on him, which isn't much, but the helmet is nice because the helmet will bring our defenses on up. I would like to see more information over here as to what exactly 26 defense means. I know it's not flat damage mitigation, and I know it affects dodge somehow, but a lot of the stats could give you a lot more information as to like your chances to hit and also your chances to be hit. I would like to see that implemented. We're a little hungry right now, but I think I can get to town before we run out of our goodies. So let's go over here. We'll leave the map, and we'll try to get to Rebel Breeze without taking another fight. Hopefully. We made it to Rebel Breeze. That's really good for us, because I wanted to sell these guys off right here, which should give us a very nice... Oh, we ended the epidemic by bringing this stuff over here. Okay, well then we won't sell them the disease potion. But I will sell you this longsword right here and all of the books that I have already read. I'll sell you the ruby right there. The ruby ring, I don't think we're going to need long-term wise. I don't think it's going to be that helpful to what we're trying to accomplish. Vendor off those books. We'll get rid of all the mushrooms and things because I don't have any alchemy skills anyways. I'm just going to hold on to the stuff that I know that I can use. I also would like to... You don't have any potions, right? Yeah, you guys just had a pandemic in, so you probably don't have anything. I'm going to have a quick meal, and then we're going to rest for 8 hours. That'll get our HP and our hunger back. What kind of quest do you guys have? Mother Lindara was kidnapped by Rebelon, the Chosen One. She's imprisoned in the pits of the enigmatic Emperor. Okay. Can you pay me more? That's not very much money for a dungeon dive. I'm just saying. Yeah, for Two Skull stuff, there's Dapperton and whatnot up here. Apparently, Avic's been in the realm. You found the ruins of a mausoleum with a tomb in the middle. Gargoyles are standing still. They are frozen in the middle of a battle. We successfully investigated, and it looks like there's 8 enemies. 6 of them are gargoyles. Let's just leave that alone. I'd rather not get gang mobbed by whatever's about to happen inside of there. What we need... Oh, it's not Dapperton, it's Desperton. Okay, those are 2 different things. I will buy out your potions of healing and also your potions of stamina. When your stamina runs out in combat, you can't use abilities anymore, and you got to bypass turns until you get 1 stamina back. So it's not great. I would not do that. Make sure you always have potions and things that'll get your stamina back up. From there, is there anything? He's got a red fish. That's good. I'll take the red fish and the lemon. And I don't think there's anything else I can cook at my current level. Accumulating butter's a good idea because we can cook rabbits. But that'll do for right now because that'll let me cook up another meal for on the road. So we've got 2 fish ready to rock. I need to fix all my equipment now. So let's go to our inventory. We'll patch up our equipment a little bit. We got some bad luck rolls right there on our repairs. We're going through repair kits kind of quickly. Hey, but repairing leveled up. Just about everything you do in this game gives you XP towards leveling up, so that's good. Anything that makes us a little bit sturdier. I'd like my melee attack to be a little bit better with one-handed, so I'm going to put that point into dexterity. We got a double bonus right there, so we're getting +1 damage to our one-handed weapons now, and we're regenerating stamina much more quickly when we're wearing only light armor, so that's good. Let's go up to Rather Watch and see if there's something they can do. We're attacked by boars, huh? Okay, we're going to want to block this bridge so that we fight him one at a time. Stun him up in that spot so that they can't get around him. 1 boar down. All right, another stun right there, and we got all the boars cleared on out. We got some raw food. I can't do anything with it for right now because I'm not high enough level cooking. Maybe later on. I usually don't like fighting wildlife very much because wildlife tends to not give you very good loot drops. But we did level up our talent stone. If you right-click on this guy right here, you can increase the stamina cost of it, but it'll also increase the efficacy of that skill. So there's loads and loads and loads of skills in this game. There's a lot of them. You need to go to the Adventurers Guild to learn those, though, and have them added on into your repertoire of things that you can do. And Rather Watch, the city is infested by centipedes. Yeah, that wasn't a lie. On the first bite, we got crawler sickness, which sucks. Got one right there. Let's see if we can get this big dog down. I gots the itch, Ma. I gots the itch. He done put the itchies on me. You can fire a bow at him if you want. Ow, he critically hit me for that much, huh? Alright, we'll drink a potion real fast. Alright, there's another one down. I want the elite one, but if he makes it to the exit, that's gonna suck for us. So I kind of need to, like, isolate and eliminate. Oh, the elite one didn't drop anything. Bummer, but we did get some milk right there, which we can use to make bread. And there's a couple of weapon racks over here as well. That one had a repair kit, and that one had a repair kit. Not as profitable of a fight as I was hoping, especially given the fact that we have a disease now. But we do have a disease cure potion, so I'll probably just drink that now to get rid of it so that I'm no longer effervescing chunky liquid farts all over the place. We did get some good reputation from that, though, so that'll help out with the town liking us. What quest do you have? My cabin in the woods is infested by spiders. I need a hero to clean the infestation. Okay, yeah, we can do that. That one should be easy enough. Let's go to the general store. We're going to clean them out of anything they might have. They don't actually have anything right now. Okay, so that's not going to be an option. As far as food goes, do they have anything workable? They do have another fish over here. I'll take the fish for sure. Probably sell the boar steaks just to get a little bit of my cash back. And what we need to do right now, actually, is I need to camp, and I need to find a fishing spot. Alright, so in finding a fishing spot over here, I'm going to go fish in the water real fast to see what I can pull out. We have 9. We don't have a great chance of succeeding. Okay, I'll take a redfish. Redfish is good. It combines with lemon, and so anything that gives me more meals for the road. We should probably go back into town, and we should probably rest up as well before we go out for this spider quest. The spider quest actually isn't that far. The downside is that we got to go around the horn or we can shoot the gap over there. Now, different biomes drop different loot. I do think the game is going to need a lot more biomes, though, and much more interesting map variety before it would be a solid recommend from me. Right now, you just have, like, grassland, forest, and then you have badland and you have mountain. I'd like to see some other stuff mixed in there, like desert, swamp, that kind of stuff. They've got food to sell. Okay. Do you have any food that I want? Not really. I guess I'll take the lemon, though, in case we come across... Actually, I've got another redfish right now. Well, we're stocked up on goodies for a little bit. I'm going to shoot the gap right here and hope that I don't die going through these nastier areas. This little thing right here is a meter that basically tells you your chances of being attacked. Kangor the Rotten Heart. I'm nobody? I couldn't pickpocket from him either. We got to fight a Cyclops. This could be bad. However, they've got to go. We've got a decent choke point right here. So I think it'll be alright. The downside to Cyclopeans is that they rage out when they get to low health. So if you get unlucky and you miss a lot of swings, they can really mess you up. We got some iron ore right there. That's good. It's for upgrading weapons. Weapons and armor in this game are upgradable. If you mouse over any of them, you'll see that they have a little thing that tells you what level they are. Oh, apparently I'm delusional right now because I got shot in the face with fungus spores. These guys just kite, and so I'm not going to waste my time chasing them around. Delusional, we have lower intelligence. That's fine. We're not an intelligence class, so that's not going to matter. Not going to matter. We're a dumb guy class. So my class is really stupid guy. That's all you really need to know about that. If we can take down a sheep, we can get the mutton and the wool. It's not much, but it's something that sells for cash. Did I level up, by the way? No? I gotta be getting close, though. Alright, let's carry off. We'll get off this map. And I'm gonna get right over to the side of the cabin, and then we're gonna camp right here. I'm gonna rest for 8 hours to get my HP back. And into the breach we go. Scout it? Nope, we failed to scout. Oh, boy. Alright, there's a whole bunch of them. Stun him up. You broke my boots. Oh, I'm bleeding everywhere, too. Yeah, it's a good thing we brought health potions. We're going to need them. Let's drink the big health potion. Get rid of him. Maybe like a little stun action over there. Can't hit him with a bow, unfortunately, so he ran off on me. Got you. We got any pearls in here? Well, we got fishing bait. That's good. We also got a giant snail shell. Just what every vendor wants. There's a healing pool over here, but we're going to want to be careful about said healing pool. Hey, it didn't spawn a monster. Nice, dude. It spawns a slime that steals your gear, and you can never get it back. It's a really bad mechanic. Let's go ahead, and we've got some kind of, I don't even know what that thing is called, but it's a Robin Hood hat. All right, we got a Robin Hood hat. This guy's still wandering around, so let's see if we can finish him off. And that's going to be our quest for right now. I do need to fix my gear, so we'll fix that real fast. Item durability is a new thing since the last time I played the game. I don't really think it adds much to the game. I find durability to be like an annoyance more than anything else. Man, bad luck on those repair kits. We went through all of them trying to fix up that sword. Bummer, but I don't think I have any. I think it's, oh, I do have a little bit of arms mastery. Not a lot. It's lowering our chance by 3% that we're going to break our stuff whenever we try to fix it. Let's go turn in this quest real fast. Could also be worth it actually to camp right here and look for a mining spot. We got stone golems we got to deal with. But I'm not actually that upset about the predicament we're in. So we got that one right there. XP is kind of XP. Stun locks are a big thing in this game. Be forewarned, if you're the kind of player that gets really, really annoyed by stun locks and things, this game has a lot of stun locks and whatnot. I'm going to eat my meal real fast. This guy's just going to try to kite me. Ranged enemies in this game are catastrophically annoying. You're going to want to have some kind of utility that locks them down. And if they die in lava or they die in water, you lose the goodies. Over here, we want to mine all this. Slight chance we'll get some golems that spawn out of this, but the cash that we might gain is worth it to me. Got the scorpion with more fishing bait. We've got some iron ore right there. We've got some gold ore right there. That's like the good money right there. We're about to get paid, son. 5 gold ore, that should be worth like 2 grand. Nice. If you need money, go to mining spots that are out in the mountains. You might have to fight some nasty enemies. But if you pull through, is this going, where is this going? To Rather Watch? Okay. I didn't know exactly where I was trying to take it. Let's go back to Rather Watch and we'll get them boosted up on their prosperity a little bit. Let's go to the tavern. We'll turn in that quest. Prosperity is up by 7%, so they gained another coin. Our reputation is up. That's good. Inside the general store, different places will pay different amounts for things, but I don't want to walk all over the world. So what we'll do is we'll sell off our gold ore, because that'll be a nice little come up on cash. We'll sell off the mutton, I think, because it's worth a lot of money. Oh, nice. They gave me reputation for that as well. Oh, that's because they're going through, so if I sell, they have a food shortage. Okay. Yeah, I'll sell you a $63 carrot. I'm getting reputation for every food that I sell over here, so that's really good. Definitely take that. Sell off that little hat right there, too. That little Robin Hood hat is not helpful to me at the moment. I don't have a lot of fishing bait, but we can try to get some more fish to sell these people. Unfortunately, with a 21% chance, I'm not like a master fisherman. What's my survival skill out here? Wilderness survival is 0. So yeah, that explains why we're having such a hard time with that. Now that we have money, though, I will take that stamina potion, and I will take that stamina potion. I think we need to get to a blacksmith. It's going to be 500 bucks to fix my stuff. Well, it's a good thing we made money then, because I don't have any repair kits left, so womp womp. We could probably dive down into a dungeon at this point, but this is Terra Randoma. Now, the things I liked about the game, in no particular order, were the crafting systems. They all seemed to be interwoven quite well. It always felt like there was something to upgrade, tinker with, salvage, cook, brew, create, to make your character more effective. There's always something that you're working on as kind of like a side quest to the main thing that's going on. And I thought that was really good. The game gives you ample space in your inventory to basically store everything in the game unless you're a ridiculous, like, house, like house hoarder. You should be fine. There's a large variety of random loot items in the game, and despite the fact that I didn't really like the graphics, I liked the icons that they used for a lot of the items. It feels kind of weird to point out, but for some reason that stood out to me. I liked how the goal is always apparent when it comes to winning the game. They keep it simple, and it's easy to figure out what you're supposed to be doing at any given time. I found that when I played on permadeath mode, the game shone a lot better than when not. For whatever reason, I did a run on softcore, and the game just felt kind of overly simple. You get to a point where nothing can touch you, and then, you know, you can make mistakes, but there's no consequence, and then you go back in and you do it again. I found that when I kicked it into Iron Man mode, it really forced me to focus on preparation, crafting, stockpiling potions and food, and making sure I had all the things I needed in order to get the job done while managing my finances, which were always dwindling because stuff is pricey in this game. I think the game definitely plays better as a permadeath game. There's a lot of skills, there's a lot of systems you can take advantage of, like item shortages in town to act as a pseudo-trader, briefly to make large profits, and the gear felt like it brought interesting options, in my opinion, especially once you started to get up to, like, the legendary stuff. From there, the negative things is that the game doesn't really get outside the box much. Everything here is pretty par for the course as far as RPGs go. At a $15 price point, you can probably do better in the roguelike genre because, like, this game is alright, but there's, like, really incredible games out there at that price point or much lower. At the end of the day, that's kind of how I walked through this one. There's some stuff that I like, but there's also old school things in there, like endless crowd control stun locks, where you're spending large grips of time just sitting there stunned as everybody rotates their abilities on you. Your legendary armor getting permanently melted by like a level 3 mob that made me be like, oh yeah, dude, I remember how crappy this kind of felt 20 years ago, and I'm sort of glad that we've evolved past that and we don't do it anymore. I wasn't a huge fan of the random events on the world map. They always felt kind of jarring to me. They do I know why they're there. It's because there's a lot of travel, and they got to keep it interesting. And they do provide you with interesting little battle maps and loot spots and challenges, mining areas, that kind of stuff that gives extra loot opportunities. So I like that part, but I think it was mostly how the situation is presented, just with a pop-up rather than the situation itself, that I'm not a big presentational fan of. Like, if I went to a place that was marked on the map and went in there, it doesn't bother me that an event happened there, but like while you're walking around, every 5 steps constantly having a pop-up to deal with, sort of, I found that to be jarring. The graphics are strictly utilitarian, which I mentioned. That's probably going to be a turnoff for most people, including me. But it is clear from a lot of the little extras that the developers made an effort inside the confines of their budget with, like, the graphics to make the game feel immersive. So there's little backgrounds to the text, there's animated contextual banners and things that play while you're conversing with people and while you're doing activities. That's good. I think all in all, this is a perfectly fine game. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's fine. It's got some minor fumbles in there, and I definitely think this game is best played on permadeath mode. That's a weird recommendation, but like I found that this game basically had no threat when you didn't play it on permadeath mode. And on permadeath mode, it really forced you to interact with a lot of the mechanics that you could safely ignore when you were on softcore, because if you die, it's just like, oh, back to town. I guess I'll buy a few more potions and try again. So, basically what it comes down to is that there are other roguelikes that are titans in the genre, like Rogue's Tale, that's $3. Tales of Majayal is completely free and basically has endless gameplay. At a $15 price point, I think you could probably do better with older, more venerable titles if you're looking to scratch a roguelike itch. But this game is perfectly serviceable and fine. It's fun. It doesn't get outside of the box much. It doesn't innovate a ton. But everything that's done here, for the most part, is done well. My name is Splattercat. This is Terra Randoma. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for stopping on by, and that's all I got for you. Bye, folks.